Morning to all of you. Can you tell me in the last class, last point, when you place a non-polar dielectric in an external electric field, there is a net electric field inside the dielectric. Non-polar dielectric becomes a polar dielectric, and there is a net electric field inside the dielectric. Can anyone tell me that? What is the net electric field inside the dielectric when placed in external field E naught? Anyone?
Which is equals to E naught minus EP.
Okay, E equal to E naught minus EP. E naught is the outside field and EP is the polarized field. So on the sides of non-polar dielectric, some charges are induced and hence dipole moment is produced. So net electric field E equal to E naught minus EP. So that value is slightly reduced. So that is called reduced electric field, if you remember that. This is the behavior of a dielectric in an external electric field. So two more points I want to add in that. So if you have an dielectric external field, there is a net electric field inside equal to E naught minus EP. So this is the external electric field. When you are placing a non-polar dielectric, so one electric field is here E naught, another one more electric field is here EP, and here will be positive charge concentration here, negative charge concentration. So net electric field is E equal to E naught minus EP. P is the polarized electric field. And yesterday we gave a name for E. What is the meaning of E? Called reduced electric field. E is called reduced electric field. So this is the dielectric material. Dielectric material, if it is a dielectric material, there is a epsilon R dielectric constant. Suppose epsilon stands for the permittivity and epsilon R is the relative permittivity. Relative permittivity can also be defined in terms of electric field from here. Okay, dielectric constant of this material can also be defined in terms of applied electric field and reduced electric field. So epsilon R can be defined as the ratio of applied electric field to the reduced electric field. Dielectric constant definition in terms of electric fields. Dielectric constants can be defined as the ratio of outside electric field to the reduced electric field which is inside the dielectric. Okay, next important thing is that when you place a non-polar dielectric in an external field, of course, we are seeing that it is polarized. How fast it is polarized? Some are very reluctant. Okay, so how fast it is polarized? For that, we are introducing a term that is called electric susceptibility. Electric susceptibility. Next term is electric susceptibility. Represented by electric charge. Electric susceptibility represented by charge. Electric susceptibility means it is the term we use to how fast the material is polarized. Same kind of term we'll see in magnetism also. And it describes electrical behavior of a non-polar dielectric. So, next important point what I'm going to say that this polarized electric field, okay, the polarized electric field that depends upon the amount of charge induced on the sides. So, electric polarization EP is directly proportional to EP is directly proportional to reduced electric field. We can write EP is directly proportional to reduced electric fields. We can write it as and total polarization. Polarization are polarization that one I am going to discuss. Total dipole moments. The charge is here, negative charge is there, dipole produce dipole moment. The total dipole moment. produced per unit volume. Produced per unit volume. We are introducing a term here. There will be dipole moment for each, and we are finding dipole moment per unit volume. This is represented by capital P. Total dipole moment. Charge concentration on any one side into total length of the dipole. The total length of this dipole. So this total dipole moment is directly proportional to the reduced electric field. Okay, directly proportional to reduced electric field. And how do you write this value of reduced electricity? P is equal to, we write it at two constants for any equations. So two constants are introduced there, epsilon chi e. So why we are using chi and x of constant proportionality? This is to make chi dimensionless. There is no dimension for chi. So why we are using this? Because we want to get the equation. We are going to relate between epsilon r and susceptibility. What is the relation? Epsilon r and susceptibility ka relation we have to see. So for that, we have to prefer the electric is E naught minus E pressure. How we are getting polarized electric field? Polarized electric field is also calculated as polarized electric field is calculated by the surface charge density. Okay, this is given by the equation P divided by epsilon. P divided by epsilon. Polarized electric field. Polarized electric field general equation is sigma I. General equation will be equal to sigma by epsilon. Any polarized electric field, just like E naught, we write it as sigma by epsilon. So here it is sigma by epsilon. Okay, and we are write this in terms of P. So if you write in terms of P, the equation will be coming in the form of P divided by epsilon. Suppose I am using multiply and divide by the total length sigma I. L is the length of this. Dividing by sigma I can be the sigma I is equal to charge upon area divided by epsilon into L by L. Sigma into I stands for total dipole moment per unit volume. Stands for volume. So it is not required. So A into L is volume of this dielectric and Q into I charge into length is total dipole. Total dipole for unit volume is represented by particular term that we are introduced as P. So it is P by epsilon. So in this equation I write as equal to E naught minus EP. Here I write it as P by epsilon. This derivation is not required. You have to remember that P is total dipole developed per unit volume. It's called dipole moment vector. It is produced electric sequence is this, and EP is calculated by P by epsilon. So this equation will be used. So E equal to E naught minus P. So P can put that value here epsilon chi P divided by epsilon. Epsilon cancel. Equal to E naught minus chi P. Here E naught is the outside field, E is the reduced electric field. Coming to left side, E naught plus chi E is equal to E naught. So 1 plus chi E is equal to E naught. Which means that 1 plus chi is equal to E naught divided by E. This is definition. What is E naught by E? E is the dielectric constant of medium. So 1 plus chi is equal to epsilon r. So what is the relation between relative permittivity and susceptibility? Susceptibility means it is a term used to represent how fast the material is polarized when placed in external fields. And its values 1 less over epsilon r. Epsilon r equal to 1 plus chi, so chi equal to epsilon r minus 1 ऑब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चन में आ सकता है। What are the units? Chai के कोई unit नहीं है, कोई dimension नहीं है, no unit and dimension for chai. Suppose epsilon r is 100. What is the susceptibility of that material?
99.
99. What is the unit of susceptibility? कोई यूनिट नहीं है, because dielectric constant के साथ related है. This is equation. Susceptibility and epsilon r में कोई यूनिट नहीं है, it is a number. A greater the number, that much fast it will be polarized. That is the meaning of electric susceptibility. So this is the behavior of non-polar dielectric slab when you place an external field. So we say that this is the behavior of dielectric. Next is we have conductors too. Some points I am explaining for conductors. Okay, behavior of conductors in an external field. What will happen? The first point is very important for us. So instead of dielectric slab, suppose we are placing conductor. So next one is behavior of conductors. Suppose this is external field, again produced by two ways. External electric field is here, and the value is E naught. The value is E naught. In this uniform electric field, we are going to place a conducting slab, copper piece, aluminum piece, etc. ABCD. ABCD is your conducting slab. Mark here A, B, C, and D. It's a conductor. As soon as you place the conductor in the external field, there are large number of free electrons in the conductor. This is the conductor. Conducting slab. Conducting slab is produced. So there are large number of free electrons in this. So all the free electrons will experience force and the drift. And सारा लोग AB का side में आएंगे. So there will be accumulation of electron at this point, producing a negative charge concentration, leaving equal positive charge on the other side. Leaving equal positive charge on the other side. So this will take place when electrons gather here. There will be an induced negative charge on the side AB of the conductor. So we are as minus sigma I plus an equal value produced. Almost same thing is taking place. Something other different things are taking place. What in the case of a non-polar dielectric? That is because of polarization. Here, this is because of drift of electrons. As soon as this one is produced, there will be an additional electric field inside. That is positive and negative. That is called polarization. And inside the other electric field, that is E naught. So two electric fields are there inside, E naught and EP. But here EP का speciality है. As the electric field is pulling more and more electrons this side, the polarized electric field value. Polarized electric field will increase and increase within a fraction of a second. It will be equal to outside electric field. It will be equal to outside electric field. So whenever you place a conductor, positive conductor, electrons will drift and gathering and negative charge and positive charge here, which produces an additional electric field inside which is opposed to the applied electric field. So EP value increases and the EP become equal to E naught within a fraction of a second, 2 seconds. So net electric field inside. So net electric field inside the conductor that is E naught minus E. There will be no net electric field inside the conductor placed in an external field. But if it is a non-polar dielectric slab, वहाँ पे net electric field A, that we know E equal to E naught minus EP. So this is a very important characteristic. This point we will use in the case of capacitor with a conducting slab and a dielectric slab. These two topics are the last topic in this chapter. So this point we will use. So net electric field in a conductor which is placed in external field is equal. Okay, this is the property number 1. Property number 2. Property number 1, net electric field inside. Net electric field inside is equal to 0. This is E naught minus E beta value is equal to 0. Which was not equal to 0 in the case of a dielectric. Is one point just now we are using this. Property number 2, electric field is always normal to the surface of a charged conductor. We are seeing many cases, so we are just collecting the different points. The electric field is always normal to the surface of a charged conductor in the static situation. Static situation means charge is not moving. Agar perpendicular nahi hai, if there is a non-zero component along its surface, then charge may flow in that direction. That will not be possible in the static condition. Electric field is always perpendicular. Because in so many cases, it is a spherical shell. You can see that electric field is normal to the point. Okay, electric field is normal to the surface. And charge is here. अगर ऐसे नहीं है perpendicular नहीं है surface not perpendicular surface if it makes some angle so those are marking like this. So this is spherical shell charge spherical shell electric field is not perpendicular to the surface it is angle. Yes, normal. It is resolved into two components. One component perpendicular to the surface, another is tangential. So the charge will experience a force and along the surface the charge would move. That is not available, it's not seen. So that is not possible. No component of electric field along the surface is not seen. Therefore, electric field should be normal perpendicular. This is the property number 2. Property number 3 regarding about charge. Electric field inside is 0. You know, even the spherical shell inside 0 and you remember the charge. So charge, where will be the charge? Charge remains outside on the surface. By using Gauss's theorem, flux is equal to Gauss integral E dot ds. You can take any surface inside. Okay, this is equal to 1 by epsilon 0. But electric field inside is 0, just now you put this one. So equal to 1 by epsilon 0. So charge inside is equal to 0. Where if the charge inside is 0, charge will remain on the surface in the static condition. Charge will remain on the surface in static condition. So property number 3. Property number 4 is, अगर electric field अंदर 0 है, what about the potential? Can you tell me the relation between the electric field and potential? Anyone? जल्दी. Electric field is equal to negative gradient of potential minus dV by dr. Is equal to minus dV by dr. Electric field is 0 inside. Inside the conductor, if it is charged or placed in external field, electric field is 0. Mean that dV by dr is equal to 0, which means that dV equal to a constant. कोई से भी point ले लो electric field potential equal to a constant. There is a charged conductor or placed in external field. That potential inside is a constant. Electric field is 0. Electric field is normal to the surface. And what is the value of potential inside? That will be the value on the surface. This point we have seen in the case of a spherical shell. You know the potential on surface and inside they are same. So charged conductor ka surface is an example of equipotential surface because potential remains same. Here property number 5 है. Next is, अगर electric field perpendicular to the surface है, तो a surface में electric field क्या है? What will be the value? अगर वहाँ पे कुछ charge है, there is some surface charge density. What is the electric field at any point? Of course, it is normal. Positive charge is going out, negative charge will be directed in. So in such cases, what is the value of electric field? Value of electric field can be calculated taking any kind of surface. This was a good question. What is electric field? Suppose you have any kind of surface here, it is charged, having plus sigma here at this point. Electric field at the point we have taken it is directed outside, perpendicular. But what is the value? What is the value of electric field at any point on the surface of a charged conductor? Any kind of say charged conductor. Okay. Any kind of surface you can consider here. To find out the electric field at the point B, we are using Gauss's theorem for this. So at the point B, you construct a chota as a cylinder, a small cylinder, or we call it as a pillbox. Small cylinder is to be constructed, or we call it as a pillbox. What is a pillbox? What does it pill? Tablet. So it will be some portion is outside. The outside portion. And which portion is going inside the conductor? Inside the conductor, just now we explained there is no electricity. Inside there is no electricity, potential is constant, that part we are seeing over here. So inside electricity is zero, inside portion, half portion I am showing dotted line. Half portion I am showing dotted line. So this part is inside part. Part is inside part is here, this is inside the conductor. So there is no electric field inside is zero. And some portion is outside. So it is a cylinder, some portion is outside, some portion is. So total flux is calculated, three surfaces are there. Top surface, curved surface, and inside end face. One end face, niche wala end face that is inside the conductor and another is curved surface. I will see flux. Flux is calculated by E dot ds. Y is equal to post integral E dot ds. There are three surfaces. I am not going to write all the three surfaces. I am saying that inside the end face, a warm electric field, so no flux through the end face which is inside the conductor. And here, electric field ds flux is perpendicular. On curved surface also there will be no flux. The flux will go only to the end face, which is outside the conductor. इसका अंदर से ही flux आएगी, no other phase. Flux is only to the end phase. Flux is only to the end phase which is outside the conductor. So where E vector and ds vector are in the same direction. So there is post integral EDS. E will be constant in post integral ds. Post integral ds means what is the area of that? That I am taking as EDS itself. This is 5, equation number 1. But flux can also be calculated by 1 by epsilon 0 into the charge inside the closing surface. And you are given plus sigma. Okay, you are given surface charge density and area. So it's the charge there that will be equal to sigma ds. 1 by epsilon 0 into sigma ds. This is equation number 2. This we calculated this by Gauss's theorem. So equating these two values, EDS is equal to 1 by epsilon 0 sigma ds. So EDS cancel at any point on the surface of the charge conductor is this. In the vector form, we write it as E vector is equal to sigma by epsilon 0 n cap. Where sigma greater than 0 है, बाहर जाएंगे sigma less than 0 है, vector n. These are the different points here. So we summarize all these points. These are the some important properties, or we see that behavior of a conductor in a field. Electric field inside is 0, very important point. We are using this point in this capacitance of a parallel capacitor. When conducting slab is inserted in between, we are using. And electric field is normal, and charge inside is 0, and charge resides on the surface in the static situation. Potential inside is constant, which is same as on the surface. And electric field at any point on the surface value is E equal to sigma by epsilon 0. I think you remember this value in the case of a spherical shell. We are derived by Gauss's theorem. Spherical shell, the value on the surface is maximum, it is sigma by epsilon 0. Those who remember that. Outside it is sigma, capital R square divided by epsilon 0 small r square. When it is coming on the surface, small r being capital, so value is sigma by epsilon 0. I think you remember this point. Okay, so in a single diagram, I can remember all things. So this is a charge conductor. Some points can be positive, there can be positive, it can be negative here. region. Sigma greater than 0 and sigma less than 0. Electric field is normal, and the value at this point is electric field is sigma by epsilon 0. Here it is sigma less than again normal, but electric field is here normal to the conductor. Same value will be. Electric field inside is 0. Potential equal to constant, which is equal to on surface. Same value on surface. Okay. So if electric field is 0 in certain region, so we can say that that region is protected from the electric field, and we use a particular term for this: electrostatic shielding. Electrostatic shielding means it's a point regarding this. Electrostatic potential that is screening means it is the protecting certain region from the electric field. Which region electric field near? So we say that that region is protected from the electric field. So, and it can be used for different cases. For to keep sensitive devices, we can use such kind of places. Inside a charged conductor, electric field is 0. If you want to keep delicate device there, you can keep there because it will be free from any kind of stray electric field from outside. Example I am giving. If you remember spherical shell. Spherical shell, electric field inside is 0. That we have proved this result. Electric field inside is 0 and potentially equal to constant will be the same as potential on the surface. We have derived the equation for that. This is general case. This is particular case. So you can keep delicate devices in this. When you keep a delicate device inside, it means stray electric field, lightning, or other electric field due to other electric current, etc., will not be affected there. It is called Faraday cage. This is for keeping sensitive devices and protecting certain region from electric field. We call it as electrostatic shielding. Electrostatic shielding. I think you are recognizing this point. Okay, these are the behavior of conductor. Next point is we are to bring back to parallel plate capacitor. In between the parallel plate capacitor, we are to introduce a conducting slab. Then what will be the capacitance? After that, we will use a dielectric step. What will be the capacitance? These are the last topic in this chapter. So next one is capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor with a conducting slab in between. Point number 1. So very important. These two topics are extremely important. So when you have a parallel capacitor with air as a medium, this is plus sigma, opposite are plus sigma and minus. So there is a uniform electric field that is E naught is the, and this is separation is D and area process. So this electric field is existing over a distance D. Okay, this electric field is existing over distance D and it is an air medium. So capacitance is in air medium is 1 by epsilon 0 A by D. Here electric field पूरा ऊपर का जो plate है वहाँ से up to the नीचे के plate तक है, it is existing from top to bottom over a distance D. So electric field here you know is covering a distance D. And if you are asked to find out the potential difference between the two plates, you are to find what is electric field in the system. E naught into D is the way how to calculate. Potential difference between the plates can be calculated by this V equal to E naught into D. This is 1. In this situation, we are going to place a conducting slab, a copper piece. Aluminum piece is going to insert in between the plates. So that is the second case, point number 1. Point number 2. You have a conducting slab of thickness small d less than d is inserted. So what will happen? So this is your capacitor, you have plus charge plus sigma minus sigma. In between, you are going to place the conducting slab. Your conducting slab ABC is thick, and its thickness is D, which is less than D. D pura capacitor placed here distance. So today we have seen what happens there? Free electrons is there, they will gather and collect here, producing minus sigma I and leaving equal positive charge here. What is the net electric field inside? Anyone? When a conductor is placed, वहाँ पे polarized electric field होते हैं E naught minus EP, but EP increases, and finally, what will be the value of net electric field inside?
0.
Electric field inside 0. मतलब इतना लीनियर में अभी कोई इलेक्ट्रिक नहीं है, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड हो गया, इसका अंदर इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड है ही नहीं, खत्म हो गया. तो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड एक्सिस्ट जब ऊपर का जो पोर्शन है, नीचे का पोर्शन में ही इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड है. इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड एक्सिस्ट only in this region. ये ऊपर नीचे का कोई गैप है, वहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड है. But that value, that is electric field E naught outside electric field is existing only ऊपर का पोर्शन नीचे का पोर्शन में. So when electric field derived inside is equal to 0, inside the conductor is 0, y is always explained 0. Therefore, E naught is existing. For what distance E naught is existing? T region में 0 है. Over T length में electric field 0 है. The remaining distance is D minus T. So D minus T region में ही electric field exists है. बाकी points will continue in the next class. So next class we will finish the chapter and continue in the next chapter.